Hi, I'm Russell America Shadis in here with another episode of Dark Theory USA. I'm with you guys to talk about the CR bill, Continuing Resolution Bill, which is about the budget for spending for the government. That the deadline is for the Friday, 12 a.m. And if it doesn't get passed through the Congress, then government gonna shut down. And of course, that was a very heated conversation, debate, like back and forth between Trump and Congressman Thomas Massey from a beautiful state of Kentucky. And it was very controversial because, I mean, one of the good thing about America that makes you be proud of being American is like we are not a slave to any establishment. So yeah, of course, there are some neocons, some rhinos from the Republican side, or two woke leftist elites from the left side for the Democrats. But in the end of the day, you see like people are the ones that they make their decision. And we could see that in COVID, in the lockdown, in Russia, Ukraine war, right after Israel Palestine war. Right now, we are seeing the same thing is happening when it comes to the budget deficit and the continuing resolution bill. It is like, yeah, of course, we have some representatives, some people that they're gonna amplify our voice and they're gonna do the job what we want. But in the end of the day, they work for us. They are not our boss. So it's exactly opposite of communism and Marxism, and it is one of the reasons to love America. For that reason, like it makes me very be proud to be American, because I'm seeing in the end of the day, I can really feel and see the title, "We the People." We the people, not the government, not the elites, not the big brother, not with one eye brother is watching. So for that reason, like I'm very excited. And in last 2 months, we have 50 days, let's say 60 days, we have been seeing the clash between Republican inside the Republican. And that's a very beautiful thing. It's something that unfortunately we don't see from the left side. They all get together. And you might from outside find it something uniting, unifying, something promising, like how people are loyal to the party, but actually it's not as good as it sounds in the first place in a glance. The reason is because the party is gonna start look like a cult, and they're gonna say nonsense for to profit and benefit some big donors or politicians in backstage, and other people they have to just shut up and just say yes sir, sir, yes sir. And that doesn't benefit American people, especially the middle class. But but other side, if we ask and make sure like those representative politicians that are accountable, and they have to be responsive, so they cannot go too far. They cannot do something against American people's interests. So unfortunately, we didn't see on Democrat side, even though if people didn't agree with something like trans athlete stuff, but they had to be quiet, take it for the team. But in here, we are seeing like when it was for the H-1B visa, actually the first episode that I started this channel with, the others, so many other things that we saw, Trump voters they started to fight against each other, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a healthy conversation we should have. It's not like establishment tells us something and we just say yes, okay. If you remember, even Republicans, they were very pro-war when Russia-Ukraine happened in 2021, 2022, if I'm not mistaken. They were so happy, they were so behind the fighting against Russia, but American people, they said, no, that's not our war. So they had to give up on that. Or when it came to the vaccine, President Trump wanted to get the credit, or it was issued in under my administration, and but we said no. Well, I mean, in the end, it should be our choice to see if we want to take it or not. Nobody should be forced, and so eventually Republicans had to change their mind. So Republicans are not very the good party, to be honest with you. They are just like as evil and as corrupt as a Democrat. The only good thing is those people who are sided with Republicans are the good people who have very good faith, and they don't like that. That's the reason. That's why I'm Republican, because I believe in Republican value, of course, but also I believe in democratic process as well. Yeah, I want to conserve the value, American value, but also I'm liberal in that sense that I think it's a freedom choice. Like, like libertarian. But what makes it different is this time, like for Democrats, I don't see anybody who will stand up and say, "Hey, what we are doing is wrong." Maybe Bernie Sanders sometimes, but that's it. But in Republican side, we are saying like we are standing toe to toe, like head to head. Like we are saying, no, no, you're not gonna do that to us. And we have seen how many times Republicans have changed their narrative just because they saw that it's not very popular with their base. And this is one of the reason, like when President Trump started to attack Thomas Massey because he said that I'm gonna vote against that bill, everyone said, well, if you are with us or not, like you are Rhino or not. If you always try to object everything that we say, it means you are a Rhino, you are not one of us. So for that reason, like we want to cast you out. And President Trump, he said he want to primary him, like basically campaign against him, and for one other candidate to kick him out of the race, and then somebody else gonna be congressman for the Kentucky. Um, the response was crazy when you see like almost most of the Republican um, who are really who have a faith on this party, and their voice is big and audience is huge. Um, those say no, we stand with Thomas Massey. Yeah, we like Trump, we stand with Trump, we voted for Trump, we are proud of that. But on this one, he's wrong. And that's a beautiful thing about America you don't find anywhere else. Like people, because even in Democratic Party, when they idolize somebody, like let's say Obama has made so many mistakes. One of the reasons that the Democratic Party is where it is today is because of Obama. Because people realize that, oh, if we have Obama, then we have Nancy Pelosi, then we have Michelle Obama, then we have Kamala Harris. Oh, she's a black. Oh, he's a black. Oh, she's the first lady. Oh, he's a this. He's this. Always they found something to give them titles so they would be immune from criticism. But we don't have to have that. We shouldn't do that. Like if we say this is wrong to idolize Obama and whatever he said, we say, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. So we shouldn't do that with Trump either. I support Trump. I voted for him. I'm proud of him. And I'm really happy with his vision. But on Thomas Massey one, I think he's right. And so Don Bongino, that he's somebody in the FBI right now, he got a position in FBI. He said, well, I support Thomas Massey, but he's wrong. What you should do, you should let it pass, go for 3 months, and after 3 months, fight it. And Thomas Massey said, right now we have 60 senators to fight it. We don't have enough number. In 3 months, again, we have gonna have 60 senators. Exactly. This is the problem. That's why we have budget deficit. That's why we are in debt. National debt is surpassing like $30 trillion. That's why, because next one, next one, next term, next term, next time, next time, next term, next administration, next party, next this, next. There is when then eventually we have to fight it. So Dan Bongino is saying, okay, just for this time, take it for the team, pass it, vote yes, and in 3 months, when we're gonna fight back? This is what we have been saying for 6, 7 years. Only this time, next time it's gonna be on. Okay, only this time. We voted for Trump to not have only this time. The only difference between Trump and Biden when it comes to the CR, continuing resolution bill, is like $13 billion more for the veterans, for the defense system, for military, and a little cutting the budget for like Democrats are claiming it's for Medicare and also Social Security and stuff, and Trump said no, right? But in the end of the day, Thomas Massey said it is not enough. You promised to come in here to clean the house. You promised to drain the swamp. So what is the point of the Doge? Just to make us feel better? Oh, we found fraud in here. We found a waste in here. Fraud, waste, fraud, waste. Oh my God, we found all of them. But now pass the bill to continue paying them. But in 3 months, in 4 months, in September, we're going to do something. What exactly are we going to do about that? Nothing. Now we have 60 senators. In September, we're going to have 60 senators. If we cannot pass it right now, we cannot pass it there. So what, it is the false hope. It is the lie promising. Like what's going to happen in 3 months that it cannot happen today? In any position that we're going to be in September when it comes to the CR, we are already there. So if we cannot do anything about that right now, in 3-4 months, we cannot do anything about that there too. So, and then now the excuse is, well, Trump only has been in here for 6 weeks. Give him a little more time. More time for what? What was the point of the Doge? He already found so many ways. At least do something about those ways that we have found. Well, it's not a still organized. We have to find all of them and then see what we're going to do with them and then do something about. No, 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 no. We don't have time for that. And just like a Pam Bondi, Ted Bundy, Attorney General, and Kash Patel, FBI director, they said since day one when we come, we're gonna release the JFK file. Since day one that we come, we're gonna release the 9/11 or JFK or Epstein client list, right? It has been 2 weeks, they haven't done anything. Only thing they did was the binder given to some of the influencer that we already know who they are, their background, yearly life. And then those people, they say, oh, we have the binder with the picture and that Epstein client is. Are we joking to you guys? Are you playing with us? You're just such a clown. You're just such a clown. So for that reason, I believe, personally, I believe it's just a game. Like, what's the difference between Trump administration and Biden administration? The only difference is Biden didn't do anything, didn't promise anything. Trump is just promising everything and doing still nothing. The JFK files is not released. Economic is collapsing. We were so mad that why the gas price is so high. The gas went down a little, but egg price is so up. Now it is even worse. So nothing got cheaper. Economic is crashing. JFK, RFK, JFK file, 9/11, and what was it called? The Epstein client list are not released. We are not cutting any funding. The illegal immigration deportation is gone. Now we are after green card holders from getting deporting illegal immigrants who have criminal record. We stopped deporting them. Now we are deporting green card holders. It doesn't look like America first to me, to be honest with you. Still, I love Trump. Still, I think he has a good intention, but people around him, they are like really like the tweet that he had, Truth Social, whatever he posted. It was something like it backlash, the backfired on him. Everybody supported Thomas Massey. He said, "Hey, listen, we voted for you to Trump to do what we want. We want you to act like a Thomas Massey, and now you are attacking him." We already know that why Thomas is getting attacked. We already know that. Let's not talk about that. He's not getting funded by some political organization, and that's the only reason. We all know that. So people around him, they are forcing him, and we are just in the verge of going to the world war. What was that? Not world war, but escalation war with Iran. So from being peace, now we are going to go to war with Iran. From cutting the funding, now we are funding Israel even more. What is the point of this Doge? Whatever we are saving from here and there, we are spending more on the Israel. We are spending more money on Israel than before. So we are cutting from here to just pay from Israel. Like, what is the point? Like, I don't see any of those promises getting fulfilled. And now that at least Thomas Massey says, okay, right now, never. Nothing gonna change this September. So if you're gonna do something, you better do it right now. And that's exactly what we want. 3 months. This is the lie and false promises that all the politicians given to us. You know, some politicians, some presidents, for the first term, they don't do so much things, so they have something to rely on for the second term to give them promises. So something that they something that could be done in the first term, they extend it purposefully. So they say, if you continue voting for me for my second term, so I can finish the job. While it could be done in the first term. And this is exactly what happened. Not now, this is just 8 weeks, give him more time, 6 months, maybe 1 year, maybe 18 months, maybe 2 years. Oh, end of the day, I did something, you paid the gas less. I mean, come on. We need more than that. It's good, but it's not enough. The reason that we voted for Trump, because they said, listen, we want you to be as crazy as you want. We want to be Trump. We want to go there and trump them. If we wanted somebody who knows how to like diplomat, like we would vote for, I don't know, like this Vivek, for example, or DeSantis, or somebody, because they know how to be politician. We voted for you to just like a bull with a horn, just go attack them, attack the swamp, do something. From deportation of illegal immigrants with no mercy, with the criminal records, now we are deporting green card holders because they said something that it is protected under freedom of speech. I disagree with him. I disagree with his organization. I disagree with everything that it says. I love Western value. I love Western civilization. I am Americanized. I love America for giving me house. There's nothing negative. But that's protected free. Bro, before that, there are illegal immigrants that are killing people with the fentanyl. You let them come in. You don't deport them. You deport somebody who has green card holder. That should be your last priority. So it's just going bad. It's just going bad. Stock market's going down, and I agree with Thomas Massey. Like right now, we have to do something about that. And then Democrats, of course, they're gonna take advantage of that. They're gonna make government shutdown to make look bad on Trump. But this is on Trump administration. This is not on Democrats. This time, I'm not gonna blame, because now Republican Party, they are saying, "Oh, Democrats did this." No, no, Democrats, you did to yourself. You got our vote to do something that you are not delivering right now. So if you do, if you are basically telling me shut up and let us do what we are doing, this is exactly Democrats are doing. If that's the case, I would go with the Democrats. I am tan. I'm not white. I'm Muslim. I'm immigrant. Democratic Party would be better house for me because I would be a superstar over there. I came in here because I love America. I lost so many opportunities because I love America. And this is what you're gonna do to me? Seriously? But betraying America, what is the point of being here? At least over there we have some celebrities. It's more fun over there. Here is boring. We're here to get the job done. Like literally Democratic Party, it's more entertainment, more money, more like, you can get celebrity, and I love to be celebrity. Of course, I would prefer to go somewhere. I came in here, I said no to all of those opportunities that I could have if I played a race card or victim card. I came in here because I have passion about America. And you have only one job to do, which is fixing the problem. And you're again promising the future, just like Obama, just like a Biden, just like a Bush, maybe next time, maybe next month, maybe next year. And Thomas Massey is pointing out correctly, he says 60 senators we have right now, we're going to have 60 senators in September. What's going to change? Give you more time for what? At least right now, whatever we have got, let's do something about that, and then we can improve that next time. So for that reason, I'm really disappointed, and I really back the Thomas Massey. I'm not saying he's a perfect, he's not my prophet. Maybe he had, I don't know, supporting Mitch McConnell. Yeah, who cares about Mitch McConnell? He's as dumb as Chuck Schumer or Nancy Pelosi, or even worse, because at least they are competent. Mitch McConnell, he has to reboot himself, do the reset factory once a while. But at this time, on this issue, on this matter, he's right. And we really have to do that. That's why, like, it didn't work out well for Trump. Again, I support Trump. I love Trump. I'm so happy about he has a very good team, but he's not determined. I think somebody's holding him back. Just like Tucker Carlson said that. He said Tom Cotton from Arkansas didn't want some of the files be released. Somebody get appointed because they know that he knew that some of the files would be released. So this is not what we wanted. This is not, we want more of that. 50 days. I don't care. At least 50 days, do something. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for 3 more months, 6 more months, 1 more year. Give me more year, maybe 2 years. It's over. We voted for you because we wanted to get everything fast. If we wanted to go in diplomatic way, very smoothly, we would vote for somebody who is not as crazy as Trump. We voted for you because we wanted you to be crazy. So be crazy. Don't be like a shy politician. Oh my God, give me more time. It's still, oh, these are bad to me. Don't do politics. We voted for you because you are not a politician. So don't act like a politician. Go get the job done. And the way that we supported Thomas Massey, I think it showed the message, just like a COVID. Oh, go get the vaccine. No. Do you remember like in Republicans, how they were advocating for the vaccine, forcing? Do you know how they were advocating for the January 6th? Right now, they are changing the vote. Do you know how they were advocating for continuing supporting Ukraine for the war? Now we are saying we determine which direction country should go. You have to do what we tell you to. And sometimes Republicans forget that because they know that they are not as fun as Democrats. So only thing that you have is us, patriot, who cares about this country. You have only our support. Without us, you're nothing. Republicans are not smart enough to make money just like Democrats. They are not smart enough to manipulate the system. They are really dumb as one compared to these Democrats are way better. The only thing Republicans have as a higher upper hand is us, the loyal patriots. If you lose us, you're nothing. You're done. So for that reason, I think it's gonna be crazy. Now let's go here and see what is it.
Over in Capitol Hill, lawmakers are in a race against time to keep the lights on. They only have until this Friday, 12 a.m. Eastern, to avoid a government shutdown. And to do that, both the House and the Senate, they need to pass this stopgap measure released by House Republicans. In it, an increase in defense spending of $6 billion.
So defense is spending $6 billion more. To why? I don't know. Domestic is spending $13 billion, $6 billion more. Domestic spending is like they are saying Medicare is going to be cut over that too. But it's not enough. 13 billion is enough. Increase immigration, custom enforcement, added veterans health. Oh, the only good thing is added veterans health. The only thing that I support right now it is
$1 billion, a decrease in domestic spending by $13 billion, more money for immigration and customs enforcement, and veterans healthcare funding. All eyes will be on this group of Republicans you're seeing out here. Everyone on that list, they all seem to be on the fence, except for Congressman Thomas Massey from Kentucky, who says he is a no on the CR bill. President Trump, with a sharp reaction to that on social media, he says a congressman should be primaried. And
he's going to primary Thomas Massey, and the reason is because what? Because he's just saying no. Yeah, he's saying no, but he has a point. I said, well, because you said okay to the previous one, so you have to say to this one too. No, that's not the case. That was then, now it is now.
And calls him a, quote, grandstander. The president and top White House officials, they worked the phones all night, and today they even deployed Vice President J.D. Vance. Here he is, arriving on the Hill this morning for a closed-door session with Republicans. And on the way to that meeting, House Speaker Mike Johnson, he was asked if he expects any GOP defections. Here's what he said.
Mr. Speaker, how many GOP defections do you expect today?
Maybe just one.
CBS News congressional reporter Torian Small is live from Capitol Hill right now. Torian, thank you so much for joining us once again. VP Vance, he was on the Hill this morning trying to sway some of these holdouts. Can the Speaker afford to lose any GOP votes at this point?
Yeah, not too many. Remember, the very slim majority is 218 to Democrats 215. If just two defect, that means that at this point it's effectively a dead continuing resolution, which is why we're seeing this intense pressure campaign from the White House. We saw not just J.D. Vance here to talk in person with some of these GOP holdouts, but the president himself has been making phone calls looking to alleviate some concerns that mostly fiscal hawks in this conservative wing of the Republican Party still have. Congressman Burchett is one that often says he just doesn't think spending cuts are deep enough, and he's previously been concerned with these continuing resolutions, the practice of kicking the can down the road and continuing the same spending levels that the majority of the Republican Party was against. He said he hasn't, we asked him today, he hasn't yet spoken with the president, but he's keeping a close eye on where these negotiations go and if he'll be supporting that. 4 p.m. is around the time we should see actual debate on this bill and an eventual vote. And again, if House Speaker Mike Johnson can't get his conference in order, that means that this bill is likely dead before it even reaches the next chamber of the Senate, where they haven't even stronger climb and lift in trying to convince a couple of Democrats to support this bill.
Yeah, and what can you tell us about that shorter-term stopgap funding bill released by a few Democrats just last night?
Yeah, this is their alternative to this. The biggest gripe that Democrats have with the Republican version is the fact that it's seeking a $13 billion reduction in non-defense spending. Democrats say, look, we want a clean CR as we've done before with you guys. Come back to the table. Let's push that through. But Speaker Johnson said that it's Democrats who are playing games with this procedure, saying that if a government shutdown happens, it'll be their fault. Take a listen. This is what he had to say during his press conference this morning.
The contrast was on display last week on the House floor. It was a shameful display by the Democrats. They are flailing, as is noted. They have no leader, no vision, no plan, no platform they can run on because that was repudiated in the election. And they're in a panic mode right now. And so you see them lashing out. You see increasing profanity. There are many stories, many of you written about this new track they've taken, the new strategy where they just scream and shout and curse at everyone. I don't think that's going to be very productive either. And you also see the contrast going on this morning. They either have an issue with reading comprehension or they are attempting to run one of the most shameful misinformation campaigns that we've ever seen in our lives. We filed that the CR, the continuing resolution, on Saturday. And as was noted, they had already come out panning the bill that literally had not yet been seen.
This is one of the situations that Johnson will eventually have to come to terms with, like he said before in the past. If, by say, Donald Trump is able to convince every member in the Republican conference in the House, minus Massey, who is a hard no, it still has to go through the Senate, which they don't have the numbers to push this through. As we've seen before in the past, Johnson has had to come back to Democrats in order to keep the government open. Whether or not he's going to lean into this threat of blaming Democrats and whether or not that will be effective in convincing the American people ahead of midterms that this is Democrats' fault, as the stock market is going through quite a bit of volatility, is going to be seen. But we've seen him before in 11th hour negotiations come back to the table and say, all right, we'll do what you need to do, because this is just a short-term spending bill. They're still looking for those massive changes in fiscal year 2026, which will take the budget reconciliation process. That would also be a partisan process, Mugo.
All right, Torian Small, CBS News congressional reporter. Thank you so much for your insight and your brain there.
So basically, this is what they are saying. They are saying that's a short term, just for now. Next time it's going to be better. No, I don't think so. And for that reason, I think we have to be honest with ourselves and do something about that right now. And I think attacking Thomas Massey is not a good move. Mohammed Khalil, even though I totally disagree with entire his organization, like I love Western value, I'm so happy to be American citizen, and I'm so happy to vote for Trump. So I'm sticking to my value. I'm not gonna change my value once a day, but still, like, even though it was wrong, I'm saying, even if you want to deport this guy, there are so many other people. You should take care of them first, then you get to. When you are just it's just like it's a target. It looks like a target to me, that you only targeted this guy, so maybe others get afraid. That wasn't a good move. Nobody is happy right now. Everyone voted for Trump and say, hey, we are not going to the direction that we wanted, and his popularity, especially for the Doge, is going down because everyone said, oh, he's gonna stop the funding, right? But now we are saying tax cut for billion-dollar corporation on the way. We voted for us. We voted for the middle class. Now tax cut for the big corporation is going on the way. Again, billionaires gonna get richer, and those funding, like we paid, so you go cut the funding for I don't know, like transgenderism in Guatemala, in Zambia, Zimbabwe, all those unnecessary money that we were throwing out of the country. Now we are seeing the first target is middle class people, social security, Medicare stuff. And the thing, like, we are in the shadow, and then they are not coming out to say, hey, we found this, we're going to do that. What, like, the transparency is the key. Like, I don't see, to be honest, right now at this point, they'll come out and say, hey, this is what we found, and then this is what we're going to do about that. It's like we are like big, and of course Democrats gonna use that. They're gonna say, "Hey, you see, they're gonna take care of your Medicare." Even if that's not the case, you are not transparent enough to expose them. So I think it's very messy, and I expected to just go like just go up everything. Now it's going downhill. So I hope it gets better. Still, I give Trump benefit of doubt. I think he knows what he's doing. He's playing 5D chess. Again, Trump by far is the best candidate compared to any other candidate, Republicans or Democrats combined. But I think people around him, they are really pushing some agendas that are not in benefit interest of American people, and this is not what we voted for. And I know that deep in heart, because he has shown like he's honest, he really wants to get things done. So he has to just kick out his John Boltons around him this term, so we could go and see America first. I hope you like that, and hope to see you next time. And thanks for watching. And like always, as above, so below.